Okay, so we'll start today with a gentle warm up. We're going to focus today on back stretches. So, any back problems, any little twinges or anything like that, or even if you've got a healthy back, it's always good to do back stretches. So, we'll focus on that today. Should be quite gentle, but very effective for just mobilizing your lower back and stretching it out. But we'll start with a little roll of the shoulders. I'm going to put some music on, and we will start as we start our normal Spritely classes with a roll of the shoulders. So if you're ready, just give that shoulders a little roll round. Nice and slowly this morning, nice and slow. Loosen up. Fantastic. Roll your shoulders back. And this is the bit where we start moving the back. We're going to do our little twizzle. So, arms just gently down to the sides. Rotate your body round side to side. I'm being ultra cautious because I got a little twinge in my back on Monday. So, I'm being careful. I'm just going to warm up slowly. Just letting those arms just flop round. Loosening up your back. Breathing gently as you go. Turning your head, looking over your shoulders. Fantastic. We are doing side bends. Again, nice and gentle to start with. Down to one side, ooh, down to the other side. It's my left side that's really caused me issues. So you can see how I can go further on the right than I can on the left. But we're going to get that loosened up today, and we're going to improve it by the end of the session. Very good. Now take your hand onto your hip. We're going to have a big stretch across and hold that position. So what I want you to do is hold it there. Reaching out, you'll feel a stretch all the way down the side of your body, and take a few deep breaths as we hold this position. Very good. And then the other side, hand on the other hip. Big stretch across. Oh, that's the one for me. Oh. Oh, very good. I can see you guys. Just a few seconds longer, Looking good. And back round to the middle. And have a little shake out. Cool. So we're gonna go straight on to stretch number 1 for the back. This is called forward fold. Our old favourite. This is really good. This is really good to start off with. We'll be doing this at the beginning and again at the end. So we'll do this twice. It's gentle to start with. And oh look, you can see my radiator there. I've got to keep myself warm. So. Just a short sequence. We are going to be holding the forward fold, and we're going to be holding the arms, gripping your elbows like this. And all I want you to do is take a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, just bend yourself forwards and hang down. We're going to let gravity just pull you down. We're not trying to reach towards the floor. Just hands across your arms, across your elbows, and just let your body hang down. We'll just do about 30 seconds to start with, and then we'll do it again. So, think about deep inhale, and then as you exhale, just let gravity draw you down towards the floor. You feel your back opening up, back of your legs stretching. Turn that music down a little bit. And we'll just feel a little bit of relief into the lower back. That's what I'm feeling. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale. And then on the inhale, let's unfold slowly. Have a big stretch up in the air. Oh, that feels good. and bring your arms down. Let's do that again. We'll hold it a little bit longer this time. So arms across. We're just going to go straight forwards on an exhale. In 3, 2, 1, and down we go. Just let your body sink down into the stretch. Inhale, exhale. On the exhale, gravity will just pull you down. Remember those long, slow, deep breaths. In and out through your nose, sinking down with every exhale. Going to do another 20 seconds before we unfold. On your next inhale, we're going to unfold slowly. Bring your arms up in the air. Have a big stretch up. Just another short forward fold. So this time, let's see how close those fingertips are to the floor, and we can judge at the end of the session if we've improved. So forward we go. Ease it down. Reach down and see. Oh, that's about. I'm about 50 centimeters closer to the floor than I was this morning when I woke up, so that's good. Yeah, about 10 centimeters off the floor for me, so I'm going to remember that, and we'll judge that again later. So next inhale, unfold. And arms down. Very good. Okay, we're going to get down onto the floor now. So you'll need your mat. I'm going to be adjusting my cameras for a moment. So get yourselves down, lying on your back to start with. Yes, lying on your back to start with for the floor work. Do you know what? I'm sorry, Margaret. Cat and cow first. I forgot cat and cow. How could I forget? We're going to do so onto hands and knees to start with. Onto hands and knees. We'll do cat and cow, I think. That'll be a much better one to start with on the floor. So, we'll be lying down on our backs in a minute, yeah, but let's get this one first. Hands, you know what to do. Hands and knees. And then we're going to arch the back up into a cat stretch. How are we doing? Yes, very good. Let's hold this for a couple of breaths. Arch your back as high as you can. Pull your tummy away from the floor. Let your head hang down in front. Let's do a couple of breaths. Now we're going to reverse that stretch into cow stretch. Tummy comes down, head comes up. I want a nice concave lower back now. Stretching the back the other way. Very good. And back into cat stretch for about 10 seconds on each. And reverse into cow stretch, and again another 10 seconds. We'll do that a couple more times. Back up into cat. Oh, feels good. And into cow. And now I just want you to move backwards and forwards slowly between those two positions, working with your breath, working at your own speed, just gently moving between cat and cow. Keep going for another 20 seconds. It's going to be about 4 breaths in and out if you breathe nice and slowly. And when you're ready, back into neutral, back into our tabletop position, nice flat back. Widen out your knees a little bit on the mat. And we're going to sit back into child's pose, sit back on your heels. Stretch your arms out in front. Trying to bring your chest low down towards the floor, reaching your arms out forward so your shoulders stretch out. Feeling a nice stretch through your lower back as well. Holding it here for another 20 seconds. Slowly bring yourself back up into tabletop. We're going to go all the way forward and lie down on our front and lift your shoulders up onto your elbows into our Sphinx pose. So hips down on the floor, chest comes up onto your elbows, head up. We get a little stretch through your tummy, and we're just going to hold this one for again about 30 seconds. If you feel like you want more stretch, you can always push up onto your hands, but try and keep your hips down on the floor. Oh, not quite working for me today. Couple more deep breaths. And relax. Now this is the bit I was thinking of before. You can lie on your back now. So gently turn yourself over onto your back. And just move that chair a little bit. Have a relax, lying down. So a nice easy one to start with on your back. I want you to stretch your legs out on the floor, and I want you to take your hands over your head and stretch your arms out above your head. Now we're looking to make your body as long as possible, so think about pushing your fingertips away from you in one direction and your toes away from you in the other direction. So we have a big old stretch out and a nice straight line on the floor, reaching out. hold this again, 20 seconds or so will be fine. Excellent. Now bring your hands over and down to your sides. Bring your knees up, feet flat on the floor. So we're going to do a nice slow bridge position, but you might want to just watch this first. As I push my hips up, I'm simultaneously going to raise my hands over my head and then reverse it. Hips come down, hands come forwards. We're just going to do that really slowly, 4 or 5 times, and think about pushing your hips as high in the air as you can. So, hips come up as your arms go over your head, and then lower slowly down as the hands come forwards. Very good. Let's do that again. Lift your hips and stretch out your arms again, pushing your fingertips away from you over your head as you push your hips up in the air, and then back down again, hands to the sides. Time for a couple more. And on the last one, I just want you to hold that position, hold your bridge position, hold your hips up, arms stretched out over your head, and we're just going to take a few deep breaths while we hold this final stretch. Keeping your hips up nice and high, taking a couple of deep breaths. And when you're ready, slowly lower your hips down again. Bring your arms forwards and down to the floor. And then stretch out again, as we did before when we lay down on the back. Arms out one direction, toes out the other direction, and stretch out your whole body one more time. Quite a nice stretch in your shoulders as well, this one. And release. Arms come back over again. Good. So we're going to stretch out the glutes and the hamstrings and the piriformis now. So all this while lying on your back. First one's nice and easy. All I want you to do is keep your back down, keep your head down on the floor. Bring one knee in. Hands around your leg and just have a little pull inwards. All we have to do is hold this position and pull your knee in towards your chest. Getting a little stretch in the glutes. Another 10 seconds and then we'll change sides. Okay, stretch out, change sides. So again, pulling the knee in towards your chest. Keep your hips down on the floor. Keep the other leg stretched out on the floor. One more deep breath and release. So we're going to do the same thing again, but this time both knees. And we're going to tuck ourselves into a little ball. So both knees come in. This time we're going to lift the shoulders off the floor. Hands round your legs, pulling your knees in towards your chest. So we're sort of resting your weight on your lower back. And we can give that lower back a little massage just by rocking gently from side to side. Tiny little rock motion, side to side. Feels nice actually. It's just going to give that lower back a little massage while we're stretching it. Keep breathing gently. Slight rocking motion side to side, putting those knees in tight towards your chest. Another 10 seconds. Feeling the stretch, pulling in nice and tight. And gently let your feet go down to the floor, let your head lie back on the floor and relax. Cool, so next one, another little twist on your back. I want you to take your hands out to the sides, palms up towards the ceiling, keeping your knees together, your feet together. We're just going to roll the hips over to one side. So one knee will come down towards the floor, one foot will lift off the floor, and you'll sort of be on the side of your foot and bring the knee as close to the floor as you can, keeping the opposite shoulder on the floor. Make sure your upper body stays level with the floor, and we're just going to hold that position. Knees should sort of be together. You'll feel, you might get a little click in your lower back, that's okay. Another 10 seconds, and then we'll slowly come back to the middle. Okay, slowly lift the knees up, back into center position. Pause here for a moment, and then we're going to go down to the other side. So slowly down, twisting your hips. One foot's coming off the floor, knees touching, feet touching, as far down as you can, keeping the opposite shoulder touching the floor, head just resting back on the floor. Close your eyes, breathe gently, hold that position. Another 10 seconds here. Then back up to the middle. Slowly bring your knees back up to the center position. Ah, very good. Now, we're going to sit up. Slowly, take your time. We're going to sit up. Ah. So stay on the floor, but sitting down. Okay, stretch your legs out in front. We're going to do a little twisting stretch in a seated position. Now, first things first, one knee. Let's say left knee comes up, and I want you to put your left foot over the other side of your right knee. So left foot to the right of the right knee and foot flat down on the floor. Good, so far so good. Holding myself up by gripping my leg. But what we're going to do is take the left hand now behind you, twist round and plant your left hand on the floor behind you. We're then going to take the right hand and hug that left knee and twist yourself round. So right arm is sort of levering yourself round by hugging that left knee. Left hand is behind you and you'll get a little twist into your lower back. That feels good. For me it does. We're going to hold this for another 20 seconds or so. Fantastic, release. Now, we're going to do the other side and then we're going to come back to that side again. So change sides. So with this time we're going to take the right foot to the left of the left knee, foot flat on the floor. Right hand goes round behind, hug the knee, pull yourself round. Very good. Hold for another 20 seconds. Excellent, release. Change sides again. Now it's your choice. You can do the same thing again. So left foot over the right knee, left hand behind you. So you can hug the knee, or if you want to make it a little bit more of a stretch, you can get your hand right around the other side so your elbow is to the outside of the knee and push yourself around a little bit more. That's your option. That's going to give you a slightly more of a stretch, more of a twist in your back. Very good. Let's change sides one more time. Ooh. And again, if you want to take your arm right to the outside, use your elbow to push yourself round. Final 20 seconds. And release. Wow. Now, we do have to stand up. So please take your time. I'm going to get up really slowly. Take your time standing up. And we will, as I say, get up nice and slow. Up onto your knees first. Pause. And we're going to have another go at the forward fold. We're going to twist this time. So let's see how well we've done with those stretches. See what the back's doing now. I'm going to start with holding the elbows, and we'll do a little gentle fold forwards. And again, to start with, just hold it for a few seconds. Couple of breaths, sinking down every time you exhale. And on your next inhale, we're going to unfold. Take your hands in the air. Right, this time we're going to fold forward and see how close those fingers go to the floor compared to last time. This will be interesting. Okay, so take a deep inhale, and then on your exhale, fold forwards and reach down. Now we're going to take a couple of inhale-exhale cycles. Every time we exhale, lower those fingers closer to the floor. If your fingers are already on the floor, you might want to get your hands, your palms down onto the floor. Holding it here for about 30 seconds. My fingers are now about 3 centimeters off the floor, which is much better than earlier, which was about 10. I think a couple more stretches and I might be able to get my fingertips onto the floor. So judge whether you've improved. Again, if you can get your hands onto the floor, maybe bend your elbows, lower yourself down a little bit closer. On your next inhale, unfold. We're going to go down again, but we're going to do the twist. You may remember from previous weeks the twist. So we'll do one little twist on each side, just to really get a bit more movement through the back. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. I want you to grip your left leg with your left hand, close to the ankle as you can, keeping the leg straight. Then we're going to twist up to the right. Right arm comes up. If your left knee bends a bit now, that's okay. I don't mind if the left knee bends, but keep the right leg straight. Hold it here for a couple of breaths. And then bring your arm down. Pause in the middle. Have another little stretch down. And then we'll do the other side while we're here. So right hand grips the right leg. It's okay if your right knee bends a bit when you twist your left arm up. So let's go up. Try and get your arm as vertical as possible. My range is a bit limited today, but getting there. Hold it here for a couple of breaths. And on your next exhale, bring your arm down. Inhale, unfold. Exhale, arms down. Time for one more. I want to do one more forward fold. I'm doing so well. I'm sure you are too. Let's do one more and just hold it. No twisting this time. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hang here for another 30 seconds. Last of our back stretches. Let your body weight just sink down towards the floor. Gravity will pull you down. That's brilliant. Just about got my fingertips onto the floor, which is good considering this morning I could hardly get my socks on. I'm really pleased with this progress. So fantastic. On your next inhale, Let's unfold. Exhale, arms down. Oh, okay, it's not quite over yet. Just to finish off, we always finish with cat and cow. I know we did cat and cow earlier, but I would like to do cat and cow again at the end. So this will be our final sequence. So down onto the floor again one more time. Sorry about that. Whoops. And we'll finish off with cat, cow and child's pose. This is the go-to, cat and cow, this is the go-to stretch for a bad back. This is the one. If you can only do one stretch, this is the one you're going to do. Yeah, this is the most important, the cat stretch. So, in our last few minutes of the session, let's just arch the back up towards the ceiling, cat stretch. Tummy comes down to the floor, cow stretch. And just move gently, slowly and gracefully between those two positions. Breathing gently in and out through your nose as you transition from cat to cow and back again. Okay, bring yourself back to neutral. I'm going to do an extra one here actually. Just lower yourself down onto your elbows. Turn your palms so they go flat on the floor. Keep your hips at 90 degrees and your knees at 90 degrees. And just stretch those arms out in front. This is called puppy pose. It's a good one for the shoulders actually, but we'll keep stretching the back while we're here. So just hold this for 30 seconds. And then when you're ready, we'll push back, sit back on your heels, keep your arms stretched out in front, and finish with child's pose. Again, stretching those arms out, feeling the stretch in your shoulders, your back, and your glutes. Lower your hips down onto your heels. Lower your chest down towards the floor and have a big stretch out. Fantastic. Come back up. And finally, just to get ourselves back on our feet, I want you to stand up really slowly. So maybe just start off bringing one foot onto the floor into a kneeling position and then stand up really slowly. Wow. So, if ever you feel any back issues, this is the video that you need to keep going back to. This is the one, because this is really good. This is all the good back stretches that you need. So, yeah, well done. That's it for today. So for you guys on Zoom, well done. Some of the time you were down on the floor, I couldn't see you, but I'm sure you're doing it all perfectly. And if you're watching on YouTube as well, yeah, hopefully you did everything and feel a little bit better for the experience. So I'm going to sit down and have a chat with you guys on Zoom. Don't forget, by the way, Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. We are having coffee. The whole group, everyone will be there in the cafe in Walpole Park, Soames Cafe, 11 o'clock onwards, and I'll be there. Hopefully, all being well. Hot foot from the dentist. So take care and see you there. Oh, I'm going to sit down. You turn your microphones on. Have a little chat. Let me know how that was. Oh. How did you guys get on? Was that okay? It's quite gentle today, wasn't it? I needed that.
Yeah, that's good.
Excellent. We'll do next week. Well, let me know what you want to do next week, but probably more sort of yoga style stuff. Well, maybe we'll do some warrior next week, something like that, to just push the muscle strength up a little bit next time.
That's
Assuming,
very, yes.
yes. Oh, yeah. Sound of approval there. Good, good, good. All right, I've got a hot foot off to the Penzance station and jump on the train. I don't want to miss it. Don't want to be late. So I will see you all next time. Don't. Yeah, hopefully, if you can make it tomorrow, that would be lovely. Otherwise, Spritely on Friday. Back to normal next week as well.
And thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
Jean. Take care. Bye, Margaret. Bye, Mary. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.